Hi, it's Kenna. Um, I wanted to attempt to talk a little bit about. Um, I need to go back a little bit and tell you some information about what I went through with workman's comp that I didn't tell you before. Hopefully, you can see the screen up top. There's black clouds and lightning strikes because that's how I feel this morning. Um, I woke up about 2:30 in so much pain. My ankles were hurting, my wrists were hurting, my neck. Feel like in my trap on the left side because everything's on the left side and then the back of my neck. I felt like maybe might have slept a little wrong or something. I have a pinched nerve, which I mean I always have pinched nerves. Okay, so this is video number 3, and I wanted to let you know when I went back to work, enjoying some coffee. Hopefully it'll help. Okay, so when I went back to work, I went back for 3 days, doing the same thing I used to do, cleaning apartments. Um, because the doctors gave me the all clear and said, hey, she can go back to work. There's nothing wrong with her. It's all in her brain. So I went back. On the first day back at work, full time, I worked all day. Oh my gosh. It was like 8 or 9 hours. I hurt so bad. I cried. Every apartment I went into, it was slow. I don't even remember really a whole bunch, but I remember how painful it was. And then the second day, well, one of the days, I can't remember a second or a third, but I know at one point I worked like half a day, and one of the days I was caught laying on the floor in an apartment by the manager crying because I was in so much pain. And they had me moving a refrigerator or a stove or something. I can't remember which one. And so I, had to tell workman's comp, look, I can't do this. It's impossible. I'm in so much pain. Anything I do with the upper torso, with my arms, you know, brushing my hair or washing my hair, putting on a shirt. Oh my gosh, it's so painful. It just brings on the pain like that. I never have a moment where I'm not in pain. It's always there, and it drives me crazy. So I went back to work, those 3 days, and it was just impossible. I couldn't do it. I told workman's comp, the caseworker, and she really didn't give a hoot. Um, she was pretty rude. She was rude throughout the whole years of dealing with her. And I had ended up going to the emergency room a lot here. And at one point, I had told her that I had went to the emergency room, and she said, "Oh, you're not allowed to go to the emergency room without my permission." It's like, really? I don't have to ask you to go to the emergency room. It's my body, it's my injury, you know? She's not helping me any. She don't give a crap. So, of course, my lawyer, he was very helpful and on the ball and everything because in the end, he gets money. So, at the end, when we had our judgment, and I was told not to mention anything about going on my own to figure out what is wrong with my neck. The judge had turned to me and asked me because somehow the word got out to Workman's Comp that I had went on my own and found some things out. And against my lawyer, I did not lie, because I'm not going to just sit here and lie about it. I wanted Workman's Comp to pay for me to get some help with my neck. That's what they're there for. Well, I think he was a little shocked, because that's one of the first things he said before we went in to see the judge. Don't tell her about you going and looking on your own to figure out what's going on. Why? I don't get it. Why would she not want to know? So maybe she could force Workman's Comp to do something, right? Well, I didn't lie, so whatever. I think it actually helped my case, because Workman's Comp now has to pay for my meds and for my pain management doctor. Now, they're not honoring the whole judgment. They do pay for my main pain med that I take every day. The, they stopped paying for my Cymbalta. Cymbalta is not only like anxiety and depression medication, but it's also for pain, chronic pain. Well, I really need it. And if anyone out there can help me get it, I need it. But I don't have a job, and I have no income, and I have no medical. What can I do to get it back? I've wrote Dr. Phil, I've wrote Mary Fallon, our governor of the state of Oklahoma, or maybe she is the Congress lady. I don't know right now. I'm in a lot of pain, so my mind gets all scrambled up. But they stopped paying for it, and it's like, I think around $200 maybe for 30 days, something like that. And with no income, how am I supposed to do that? How am I supposed to get it? I can't. Well, I was on it before. Workman's Comp paid for it before, during my treatment. But now they won't pay for it. They say they have to have a legit reason to pay for my Cymbalta. Well, there is a legit reason. It helped me tremendously, not only with my mind dealing with chronic pain, but it also helped me with parts of my pain. Not 100%, but I need it. And what had happened is, my insurance, my son became of age, and my state insurance ran out. So I don't, I can't get it anymore. So the state doesn't pay for it. They won't pay for it anymore. And instead of having, Workman's Comp kick in, they won't do it. And I had to take my last 30 Cymbalta pills and space them out. Like, I started having to take one every other day, and then every other day, and then so on and so forth. And what happened was, because you're not supposed to ever just quit a medication, remember that, I started hearing voices. And I started hearing this lady crying inside my head. And she was so sad. And she would make me cry. And she would scream, help me, help me. And she was just crying. That was scary. Don't ever just stop taking medication without talking to your doctor. But that's something that I had to do. And I felt like my brain would skip a beat. And from my chair to the bathroom, I would remember getting up out of my chair, but I wouldn't remember parts of walking to the bathroom. I would forget things It was a side effect of not having this Cymbalta like I did because I was at 60 milligrams a day. Okay, so also they don't pay for my medicine for my muscle spasms. My muscle spasms have to be under control because that's a big part of what is changing my body. Not only did this injury give me scoliosis, um, I have tons of muscle spasms everywhere throughout my body. And it's a lot worse if, let's say, I go to Walmart and I walk around for 30 minutes and then I get home and my body starts to rest. Muscle spasms. Bam. There we go. All right. Uh, when we settled, my lawyer got approximately $10,000. To some of y'all, that might not be much, but to me, it's a lot. And since then, he has not helped me very much at all. And he's really rude and talks to me like I'm stupid. And I don't know what to do. I need help from someone. How can I force my lawyer to take workman's comp back to court so that they are forced to pay for my other two meds that I need desperately? Because now I'm having to have someone else pay for it. And it makes me feel bad because I can't have my Cymbalta, but he does pay for uh, my Valium, which is for my muscle spasms, and it makes me feel bad because I hate that people have to pay things for me because I've done stuff by myself for a very long time, and I don't know how to get them to pay for my stuff. I have a judgment saying that workman's comp must pay for all my treatments that my doctor, oops, I almost said his name, I can't do that, that my doctor says that I have to have these meds, they won't pay for it. I don't get it. You have a judgment. Now, my lawyer at workman's comp is blaming my doctor for this. They're saying, oh, he's not providing us the proper paperwork. I go in to see my doctor and he's like, Kenna, I give them everything and anything that they want on you. What more can I do besides give them blood? Maybe that's what they want. Maybe they want some of my doctor's blood. I don't know. Okay, so I need help. If anybody can give me some advice, or if there's a lawyer out there, or Dr. Phil, hello, I've written you like 10 times. There's so much going on. I really need your help. I watch your show every day it's on. I think I've seen every show. I don't miss it. If I'm going to miss it, I record it. I need your help. I need to tell my story. And I need your help. So desperately bad. Um, so I can't work. It's impossible. I want to tell you some things that happened to me. Um, when you're in chronic pain and your mind wanders, imagine you're sitting there in a chair in a room. It's so quiet you can hear a pin drop. Well, sometimes, a lot of times, this is how it is. Friends don't come over and visit. I lost all of my friends, pretty much. Um, my family just isn't very supportive. My kids they have their own life. And my fiance works a lot. He's got to keep us afloat because I can't work anymore. So my mind wanders, and where it goes, it's not a very good place. I feel as though I am a burden to the world because I'm disabled. And that's a bad feeling. So, in the next video, that's what I'm going to talk about. I need to write some things down and take some notes on other things. I've also wrote a poem about what I go through and my pain and stuff, and I would like to find that poem and read it to you in the next video. So if anybody, I don't care who you are, where you come from, what country you live in, if anyone could please help me find out how I can get my lawyer or workman's comp to pay for my other two meds, that would be something that would be a blessing. I really need help. I really do. And I'm waiting for Social Security. I think I go to court in October. And I pray all the time that the judge will have mercy on me. I don't really care much for the money. I care about getting that medical so I can continue on. What if they lied to me and I can really be fixed? I still have hope, even though they told me in 7 years I'll be in a wheelchair. What if I can be fixed? Wouldn't that be amazing? Heck yeah. I'd be the happiest person on earth, I can tell you that. So, until next time, see ya.